Welcome to our series on forgiveness, freedom from the past. In part 1, we begin by exploring a question that many of us carry quietly in our hearts. Why do some wounds never seem to heal, even after so much time has passed? Perhaps it was a betrayal, or harsh words that cut too deep, or even a regret that lives within us, unspoken. These are not just memories, they are emotional scars that continue to ache. Have you ever noticed how, even when we try to move on, a single memory can pull us right back into pain? A smell, a word, or a quiet moment alone can bring it all rushing back. The Buddha deeply understood this human experience. He taught that suffering arises not only from what happened, but from how we continue to hold it. In the Dhammapada, verse 5, the Buddha says, "Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is an eternal law." Dhammapada, verse 5. When we hold on to resentment, we are holding on to the fire. We think we are protecting ourselves, but in truth, we are prolonging our pain. Another powerful teaching comes from this often quoted reflection. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. Attributed to the Buddha, paraphrased, even though this quote is more a paraphrase than direct scripture, it captures the spirit of the teachings found in the Nikayas and the Dhammapada. The pain we hold becomes our prison, and yet we resist forgiveness. We believe it means accepting injustice. We fear it makes us weak. But what if forgiveness isn't about the other person at all? What if forgiveness is the greatest act of self-compassion? This is not about forgetting or pretending that pain didn't happen. It's about choosing not to let that pain define us. In the next part, we will explore what the early Buddhist texts really say about forgiveness not as a moral command, but as a path to personal liberation. You are not alone in your pain, and you don't have to carry it forever. Let's walk this path together. Forgiveness, as taught by the Buddha, is not about condoning harm or pretending the pain never happened. It is about releasing ourselves from the cycle of suffering that continues when we cling to anger, hatred, or revenge. In the early Buddhist texts, particularly the Majjhima Nikaya and the Dhammapada, the Buddha emphasizes the transformative power of letting go. But this letting go is not passive. It is an active, courageous decision to stop reliving the wound. Consider this powerful scene from the Kulavagga Vinaya Pitaka, where a monk wrongs another. The Buddha instructs, he who apologizes, acknowledging his fault, and the other who forgives him. They both grow in the Dhamma. Kulavagga Vinaya Pitaka. Here, forgiveness is not simply a moral obligation. It is a mutual process of growth, a practice that deepens one's path in the Dhamma. The Buddha also spoke about the danger of resentment. In the Anguttara Nikaya, he compares unresolved anger to a festering wound. Just as a fire burns all it touches, so does anger consume the heart in which it resides. Anguttara Nikaya, paraphrased. True forgiveness, then, is not for the benefit of the one who harmed us. It is for ourselves to free our own hearts. This is why the Buddha emphasized metta, or loving kindness, as the antidote to anger and hatred. In the Metta Sutta Sutta Nipata 1.8, he teaches, even as a mother protects with her life, her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings. Metta Sutta, Sutta Nipata, Untitteretin. This boundless love is not naive. It recognizes suffering in all beings, including ourselves. Forgiveness is a practice grounded in wisdom, a recognition that clinging to pain only deepens it. We begin to heal not when the past changes, but when our relationship to it does. So ask yourself, can I release this pain, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because I deserve peace? In the next part, we will look at forgiveness as a daily practice, something to return to again and again, especially when the wounds feel fresh. Forgiveness isn't a moment, it's a path. Letting go is not a single decision. It is a daily practice, often a painful one. Many people think forgiveness should feel like a sudden release, a big moment of relief, but more often it is quiet, subtle, and repeated. Even after we make a conscious choice to forgive, the pain can return. Old thoughts resurface. Anger reappears. We think, haven't I already let this go? Why is it back again? The Buddha never promised that peace would be instant. He taught that the mind is like a field, it must be cultivated. Just as weeds return if we stop tending the soil, so do painful emotions return if we do not keep practicing. In the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha instructs, one dwells observing the mind in the mind ardent, clearly comprehending, mindful, having put away covetousness and grief for the world. Majjhima Nikaya Spilu. Mindfulness is not simply noticing thoughts. It is recognizing our patterns and gently choosing a wiser response. When old pain arises, the practice is not to push it away. It is to notice it with compassion. Here is anger again. Here is sorrow again. And then to breathe. To remember this pain as a visitor, not your identity. Forgiveness is not one moment of courage. It is many small moments of choosing peace over pain. Each time we feel the sting of memory, we have another chance to soften. Each time we resist the urge to feed resentment, we grow a little freer. The Dhammapada reminds us, better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace. Dhammapada verse 100. Letting go is choosing that one word again and again. There may be days when you cannot forgive. That's okay. What matters is the direction, not perfection. Just as the ocean is made of drops, freedom is made of these gentle daily efforts. In the next part, we'll explore what it means to live in the present moment, unburdened by the past, not because we have forgotten it, but because we have transformed our relationship to it. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is remembering without hate. What does it mean to truly live in the present moment? For many of us, the present is constantly interrupted by the past. A moment of joy gets overshadowed by a memory. An opportunity for love is blocked by old fears. We carry our histories like shadows, always behind us but shaping everything we see. The Buddha taught that liberation begins when we stop identifying with our pain. When we understand this suffering is not who I am. In the Samyutta Nikaya, he said, just as a skilled physician can remove a poisoned arrow, so must the wise remove the arrow of hatred, the poison of clinging. Samyutta Nikaya, paraphrased, to forgive is to remove that arrow. It is not about rewriting the past, but rewriting our relationship to it. When we stop clinging to our hurt, we reclaim the present moment. We become available to life again. There is a teaching in the Iti-Vuttaka that reads, free from anger, free from malice, pure in mind. Self-controlled, he lives with boundless compassion for all beings. Iti-Vuttaka 1:27. This is what forgiveness makes possible. A mind that is free, a heart that can embrace the world again. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened. It means choosing not to carry it into every moment. When we forgive, we return to ourselves, to the breath, to the now, to the space where peace can live. Imagine waking up and not feeling the weight of yesterday. Imagine meeting someone new without the filter of old hurt. This is what freedom feels like. The Buddha's path was always about freedom, not just from the world, but from the inner chains we place upon ourselves. You may not feel ready to forgive today. That's okay. But every moment you choose presence over resentment, you take one step closer. And one day, without even realizing it, you may find yourself free. Not because the past has changed, but because you have.